Hello, let us look at this circle geometry question. It says from the figure below, calculate the radius of the circle. B, the distance of chord AB from O, that's the center of the circle. And C, the area of the shaded parts. Now, if you look at this triangle very well, looking at this smaller triangle inside here, you agree with me that this is the radius of the circle. That is a line from the center of the circle to the circumference is a radius of the circle or of a circle. Similarly, this is the center and there's a line from this center to the circumference. So this is also the radius of the circle. Now, that shows that this triangle is an isosceles triangle. A triangle where two sides are equal is an isosceles triangle. So, you agree with me that these two base angles will be equal because the base angle of an isosceles triangle are equal. So, if this is 120, we subtract it from 180 because sum of angle in a triangle is 180. So 180 minus 120 will give us 60. Now that 60 has to be shared equally between these two angles because they are equal. So 60 divided by 2 will give us 30 degrees. So this is 30 degrees, this angle, and this angle is also 30 degrees. Now, if we draw a line from the center of this triangle to this chord AB. The circle theorem says that a perpendicular line from the center of a circle to a chord of the circle is bisecting that line or that chord. So when you have a perpendicular line, that is a line that is at 90 degrees to a chord, that line will bisect the chord. So that means bisecting the chord means that it will divide this chord into two equal parts. So if this full length of the chord is 10 centimeter as stated here, it means this side is 5 centimeter, while from here to here is also 5 centimeter. Because this line from the center to the chord divides it, which means it bisects it into two equal parts. So we have 5 and then this side is 5. So let me bring out this right angle triangle, this part now, this right angle triangle. Let me draw it here. So I'll call this A because A is asking us to find the radius of the circle. So I'm drawing this part now, the right angle triangle, where this part is 5 centimeters. So this line here is 5 centimeters. This is the radius of the circle as shown here. And then this is 30 degrees. So now we are going to use a simple rule or a special mnemonic that is called SOHCAHTOA. We are going to use it to find this radius. So this is the hypotenuse of this right angle triangle. So the longest side is the hypotenuse and this third side is the adjacent because this side is the opposite side. So the side that is opposite the given angle is the opposite side. So this is the opposite. Then this third side becomes the adjacent side. Don't forget, this is always the hypotenuse, the longest side. So that means with respect to this triangle now, we are looking for the hypotenuse and we know the adjacent side. So we're going to use this SOHCAHTOA to look for the part that connects hypotenuse and adjacent. And that will be the part that is CA. C means cosine, A adjacent, and H hypotenuse. So that means the cosine now, we're going to take the cosine of the angle. So I can say, therefore, the cosine of the angle, which is cos 30, that's the angle in the triangle 30, is equal to the adjacent side, which is 5, all divided by the hypotenuse side, which is R that we are looking for. So with that now, we can simply say the cosine of 30 is 0.866. And that will be equal to 5 divided by the radius. So if we cross multiply now, it's going to give us 0.866 multiplied by r. That is, this r multiplies is going to be 0.866 r, and that will be equal to, this is like over 1. So 5 multiplied the 1 here is going to give us 5. So can I divide both sides by 0.866 divided by 0.866. So this we cancel this. So we'll be left with r there. So that will give us r as equal to 5 divided by 0.866 will give us 5.77 centimeter. So that means the radius of the circle, as you can see there, the radius of the circle is 5.77 centimeter. So that is the question A that was asked, the radius of the circle. Now let's move to the B part of the question that says the distance of chord AB from O, that is the center of the circle. So I'm going to solve that here as B. The distance of the chord AB from the center of the circle. So this is the chord AB. Its distance from the center has to be from here to here, because there's this line here to the center. So the distance is this point. So from here to here is the distance that we are looking for. So we can still come back to this right angle triangle and call that distance x. Don't forget that this is the x part now that we just labeled. So this is the x part using the triangle. So we can now find x. So I would like us to also use the opposite. And don't forget, this x is the opposite side and this side is the adjacent side. So we can look at this acronym and check the parts that connect opposite and adjacent. So you agree with me that it is this TOA part that connects opposite and adjacent. The T stands for tangent. So I'm going to take the tangent of the angle. So that means tan 30 will be equal to, according to this mnemonic, opposite over adjacent. That is the opposite side over the adjacent side. The opposite side using this triangle is the x that we are looking for. That is x. All over the adjacent side, which is 5. So all over 5. So tan 30 is 0.5774. 0.5774. And that will be equal to x over 5. So I can just simply cross multiply straight away. So this x, this is like over 1. So x multiply the 1 here gives me x. And that will be equal to 0.5774 multiplies 5. And that will give me the distance of the chord AB from the center of the circle as 2.89 centimeter. So the distance of the chord AB from the center of the circle, which is this distance, is equal to 2.89 centimeter. So that is that part now. Let's move to the C part of the question, which is most challenging, the most challenging part of it. So the C part, let me label it as C now. So the C part says if you find the area, look at it here, say find the area of the shaded parts. That we have to look for the area of these parts along with this part. Don't forget that this is an equilateral triangle because all the sides are equal. This is 10 centimeter, this is 10 centimeter, and this portion is also 10 centimeters. So it is an equilateral triangle. Now, for us to do that, we have to find the area of the circle first. For us to find the area of this shaded part, we have to look for the area of the circle first. So area of circle now, area of circle is equal to pi r squared. That's the formula for the area of a circle. And that will be equal to, the pi is 22/7 multiplied by the radius. This is the radius. You can still see it here. R is equal to 5.77 centimeters. So the radius is 5.77. Then the formula says radius square. So we have to square the radius. So that will multiply itself, 5.77. So now, what that means is that we're going to multiply 22 by 5.77 by 5.77 and then all divide by 7. And that will give us the area as 104.6 centimeters square. So this is the area of the circle. Now, let's come back to the diagram. If you look at this diagram, this line from the top of the triangle straight to the base of the triangle will give us the height of the triangle, because it is an equilateral triangle. So this will give us the height of the triangle. Now, how do we get the height? From here to here is already radius. Don't forget, a line from the center to the circumference is radius. So this is radius and this is x. So this radius added to x, the value of x, which is the height here, will give us the full height of the triangle. So I can go ahead now and say the h, which is the height of the triangle, h of triangle, height of the triangle is equal to the radius, which is 5.77, added to that x part. That is added to this x now. The radius added to this x give us the height. So that value of x is 2.89. So 2.89. And adding those two parts together will give us 8.66. So that means the height of the triangle is 8.66. Now let's look for the area of the triangle. I want to believe you know the area, the formula for the area of a triangle. And that is half base times height. So half times the base times the height, h. So that is the formula for the area of a triangle. So that will give us half multiplied by the base of the triangle. We know the triangle is an equilateral triangle. So the base is 10 centimeter. You can see it. This is the base. 10 centimeter. And the height, we already know the height as 8.66. So the base is 10 centimeter. And the height, which is 8.66. 8.66. And by the time we multiply 10 by 8.66 and divide it by 2, it's going to give us the area of the triangle as 43.3 centimeter square. So this is the area of the triangle. And don't forget, this is the area of the circle. So coming back to this shape now, let's analyze how we are going to get the area of the shaded portion now. Don't forget, this is the full area of the circle that we have obtained. And then this is the area of the triangle. So if we subtract the area of this triangle from the area of the circle, it's going to give us these three parts. 1, 2, 3. So you know, the area of the circle minus the area of the triangle is going to give us the area of these three remaining parts that the triangle did not enclose. That is the part that is not portion of the triangle. So area of the circle minus area of triangle will give us these three portion, and the three portions are equal portions since it is an equilateral triangle. So we are going to get the area of those three portions now by subtracting the area of the triangle from the area of the circle. So I'm going to write area of three parts now. So therefore, area of three parts is equal to the area of the circle, which is 104.6, 104.6 minus the area of the triangle, which is 43.3. And that will give us the value, which is 61.3, 61.3 centimeter square. So this is the area of three parts. Let's look at the shape again. So that area that we just obtained now is the area of these three parts. But we also look for the area of the shaded portion, which is equal to the area of two parts, because we just obtained the area of three parts now. So, but the shaded part is only these two parts. So we have to look for the area of those two parts, and that will be the area of the shaded portion. So I'll now say area of two parts. Area of two parts, which means the area of the two shaded portion, will be equal to, because we already know the area of three parts as 61.3. So area of two parts will be 2/3. That is 2 out of 3. 2/3 of the area of the three parts, which is 61.3. So 2/3 of this will give us the final answer that we are looking for as 40.9. 40.9 centimeter square. So this area of the two parts is indicating the two shaded parts of the diagram, and that is the area of the shaded portion that we are looking for. That gives us the final answer. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so already, and please like and share these videos for others to learn from it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.